this is the situation, this is how I feel, and this is what I need or want. You can do it retrospectively as well. And you may want to say something nice at the beginning, something nice at the end. But if you're being bullied, you probably want to say, stop, stop. And in a way, that's kind of all you have to do, just to break the bind. Then you might want to say, in B, we're all different, we all do it differently, but this is just the formula. So B, you might want to say, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling got at, just stop. It's hard when you've been passive, and that's been your adaptation, your way of surviving. It's very hard to do this, but bit by bit, just practice doing it. And it's a way of, as soon as you stand up to the bully, they'll back off, they'll back away. They're not used to being confronted, they're used to being powerful and in control. And it just brings the balance back. And it's all about really respecting yourself and finding the power in yourself. It's empowering yourself to find your voice, your truth, against somebody who's overpowering you. The whole thing is about finding a way to empower yourself against bullies. So that adaptive child, that passive person, becomes assertive and sort of free of this way of being, this ego state. When we're not happy with something, we tend not to respond assertively. So we tend to respond either from the passive position that I've just talked about. So we're either passive or we're passive aggressive, which is when we maybe invite everybody else out for a drink, but we don't invite the person that we're annoyed with, we're upset with, and we don't tell someone directly what's happened. Or we're aggressive, or we're assertive. But what often happens with passive people, sort of person that might easily be bullied, is that they'll put up with so much and eventually they'll lose it completely and become really aggressive. And that's when they go into critical parent. But the only thing that really works is to be assertive. And I would just encourage everybody to find a way of finding their voice, to be respectful both of themselves and of other people. And the other thing I was going to say was that not to use the word you, to try not to use the word you. So when you're being assertive, if you say to somebody, I'll give you the wrong way and then the right way. So if you say to somebody, when you shut the door, when you slam the door, it really upsets me. Could you please shut it more carefully? That's the wrong way. If you say, when the door slams loudly like that, it really upsets me. Could it please be closed a bit more carefully? It's a different way of saying the same thing. One way, the person feels attacked and like you're pointing a finger, but the other way, it's a more generalized way of saying the same thing. So if you can try not to say you and try and say your, our, we, it's a sort of generalizing of the situation. These little things all matter in being really effective at asserting oneself so as one isn't pushed around and bullied and told what to think. No, come back. Say, no, I don't agree with that. This is what I think. So again, boundaries as well. It's very important to hold our boundaries. Developing confidence, doing things, pushing the boundaries a little bit, stepping outside your comfort zone. I think for children, that's really important. Try things and succeed. To be encouraged and praised, I think does help children to become more confident, and adults too, you know, and also to build self-belief is very important. It's really important. Boundaries and allowing in praise, you know, talking to people, being in the world, just living life to the full really, I think develops confidence.